Let's look at an example in a minor key. Once again, the figured bass tells us that all of the chords are root position triads, and it also shows us which chords need an accidental on the note that is a third above the bass. In this case, the third of the chord, E sharp. Since there are no E sharps in the key of A major, we must be in the key of F sharp minor. Let's do our Roman numeral analysis first. Since they are all root position triads, the analysis should read minor 1, major 5, minor 1, minor 4, major 5, minor 1, major 5. Ending on the dominant, we have a half cadence. Notice that as in the first example, we again have tonic prolongation in the first 3 beats of the example. The first chord, tonic, has a root and a fifth. It needs a third and another root, an A and an F sharp. We need to decide which voice should sing which note. Let's work 2 solutions. Since many students fear ledger lines, it is typical to find solutions that start with the third in the tenor and the root doubled in the alto. Both voices can then move down by step to the second chord, the tenor on G, and the alto on the leading tone, E sharp. Now here is where it gets a bit tricky. If we resolve the leading tone in the alto and let the tenor sing the fifth, C sharp, we have parallel perfect fifths between the bass and the tenor. The tenor will have to move down by step to the root, doubling the bass at the unison, and the leading tone will need to be frustrated to sing the fifth. The minor 4 chord, B, D, F sharp, can be voiced by keeping the F sharp in the tenor and moving by step to D in the alto, in parallel sixths with the soprano. Moving to the dominant 5, both the alto and tenor can move down by step, the alto doubling the root and the tenor singing the leading tone. For the embellishing tonic, the tenor simply resolves the leading tone to Do and returns to the leading tone for the final 5 chord. The alto stays on C sharp. Now let's work a different solution. We can start with the A in the alto and put an F sharp 4 in the tenor. Moving to the embellishing dominant, the alto and tenor move down by step, the alto on the fifth and the tenor on the leading tone. This time the leading tone will be frustrated in the tenor and the alto will move down by step to Do. In the 4 chord, the alto will stay on F sharp and the tenor will move by step to D. In the final measure, the tenor will stay on C sharp and the alto will sing T, Do, T. When we compare the 2 solutions, notice that the alto and tenor voices simply trade musical lines. While this is not always possible, it is a way to sometimes solve the problem of parallel perfect fifths. If you invert parallel perfect fifths, they become parallel perfect fourths and become acceptable. For this exercise, the second solution is preferred. The chords are voiced with the larger spacing near the bass, there is no doubling at the unison, and we have created a transferred resolution of the leading tone at the point of frustration. In both solutions, the E sharp 4 in the second chord wants to resolve to an F sharp 4. In the first solution, there is no F-sharp 4 in the third chord. In the second solution, the F-sharp 4 is sung by the alto. Even though the leading tone is sung by the tenor and its resolution, do, is sung by the alto, the ear will still get what it wants. The resolution of the leading tone has been transferred to a different voice. When doing voice leading exercises, there may be more than one technically correct answer. However, some correct answers may be preferable over others because they are more stylistically satisfying.